Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you're all quite confused by the title of the video and what is going on right now. Well, let me explain. Basically, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm new to YouTube, and when I went to record the video last night, instead of capturing the screen, all I managed to capture was my voice. So I have an hour and a half clip of me talking into blackness. So I would like to continue from where I left off. I'll just explain a few things here while we watch me fish. So we're playing Terraria, obviously. This is episode 1.5 because of the progress I already made and what I would like to do with an audience this time. So we are playing on Master Mode, which is much more difficult than Expert Mode, but it still has the same loot drops. It still has the I think that's about it. But it's about 1.5 times as hard as Expert Mode. And then on top of that, we're playing on a special seed called For the Worthy, which makes everything even more difficult on top of that. So, this is extremely difficult. Now, if you'll notice, I don't know if you can see it from here, but on the far left of that little house I have, there's a chest where I'm going to keep all of my graves throughout the series so that at the end we can go, yeah, well, I died like 400 times or whatever. And in that recording last night that I did, I think I died probably 12, 13 times. So it's not very easy, but hopefully it will be fun and entertaining. So I'll explain a few more things once we actually get into the game, but I will apologize for my screw up. So I'll see you when we're in the game. So here we are on the title screen, and if we go into single player, you'll see this lovely little individual I have here, 2 hours and 45 minutes, because that seems like a lot of time. Now, I only did record for about an hour and a half last night, but I did some minor stuff before I wanted to record today, just some stuff that would have been really boring to watch me do. And this is the world, created 15th of September, that's last night, I think, and we'll just jump right into it here. So here we have this little village that I built. This is actually a trick I learned from watching speedrunners. You can make this, and these count as actual houses. Like if we go and check on the housing, these are all valid housing. And it says occupied just because there's guys living in them. Now, what else is there to point out? I did make this little artificial fishing pond. It's about 15 wide, 14 down, so it's got over 200, which I think is like the optimal amount. I did look though, and it said that you get a penalty for this, so we might make this bigger at some point. Here's all the crates I earned while fishing. I don't know if I'll show getting all of those, but we'll open those before we do anything else today. I made this little storage area. I'll show you all the stuff I got while I was recording last night. We turned some of these gems into stained glass because if you did not know, they are worth so much more as stained glass. Like, I did a test last night, and one topaz is worth about 18 silver. And then when you turn it into, you can turn one topaz into 20 stained glass, and that sells for 1 gold and 18 silver, or something or other. I have all of the herbs and stuff, seeds, random materials, spiderwebs, some mob drops. I did manage to kill a pinky by cowering in my house and shooting arrows straight up, so that was a fun time. I don't have anything in here yet, but I will keep this stuff in here, just so we can like keep track of how much junk we've earned. I think that would be a fun side project. I've got the bait in here. I was using enchanted night crawlers during that because I managed to get an absolute buttload of fallen stars while just waiting out the night and stuff. Furniture, we've found some living wood trees. It's just some blocks, some pretty blocks, and then this is 4 more pretty blocks. So just some basic stuff. Like, I didn't get too much. As you'll see, I did find a golden rabbit while I was fishing, I think. No, that was before I was fishing when I was building this, sorry. And now if you look on the map here, let's just take a look at what we've explored, or what I've explored, I guess, because you weren't here for that. So there's 3 living wood trees right next to each other here, and they're actually all connected together. And I believe there's only one chest, right? I think it was in here. And it had the living wood rod and the leaf rod there. And then there's 2 more over here, and then I went down, explored this cave, and died in this lava right here trying to get on the minecart track. So that was slightly frustrating. I don't know how that happened. And then you'll see this is the cave right next to our house here, and we explored this a little bit. Again, I explored that. I don't know why I keep saying we. And I died a few times down here. Now, we went as far right. I went as far right as I could without dying, and then just kinda teleported back home with some of my recall potions because I had done everything I wanted here. So we grabbed a bunch of sand here. This is this giant hole that I made. And yeah, that's where we are right now. So, if you do not know, one of the things that For the Worthy does is it gives a lot of the bosses new AI, or artificial intelligence. So some of the bosses, well, not some of them, I believe all of them except for Moonlord and one other one, it might be the Empress of Light, they all get new like attack patterns and makes them much more difficult. I can't recall any of the exact things at the moment, but they are way harder. I tried to fight a boss when I did a test run of For the Worthy. It did not go well. If you watch my intro video, you would see me get wrecked by both King Slime and the Eye of Cthulhu. King Slime did an insane 150 damage or something, and basically just two-shotted me instantly. What else should I go over? Okay, here's the stuff we have on. I'm just wearing the goggles because I like them. It's one of my favorite cosmetic items, and we'll probably wear them for the rest of the game. I got this gypsy robes from a traveling merchant, which will be helpful if we get any magic items. And then we have the lead greaves, just because I had a little bit of extra lead. And then I used the rest of it to make chests. We got a shackle from a zombie, an egglet in a chest underground, and this stool. So, nothing too interesting. So, I guess I should go over the achievements we got, since this is technically an achievement quest. So, we got all the basic ones. No hobo, bench, timber, hammer time, and then we've got shiny, first nugget of ore, heavy metal, star power, hold on tight, and then we got this one for killing the pinky, this one for getting killed by a dart trap, I believe, survive the first night, and then equip an armor piece. I don't think we got anything else, but I just thought we'd go over those, since the goal for this series is to attempt to get every achievement. So, what do I want to do for this episode is just do some caving and get some more materials, and then, what else? There was something else I wanted to do, but let's just go to the caving right now. Actually, before we do that, we should open these crates to see if we can get anything that will help us for caving. So we got some apprentice bait, it's pretty garbage. Hunter potion, that would actually be helpful for caving. I would prefer to danger sense, but that works too. And then let's open the iron crate, just copper and some better healing potions, which are pretty good. So you'll notice these red potions in my inventory. Those are another aspect of For the Worthy. In a normal world, you can find these in chests, and if you drink it, it will give you an assortment of debuffs, saying that it is only for those who are worthy, and if you're not playing on a For the Worthy world, the game deems you unworthy of drinking them. But if you are playing on For the Worthy, it will give you an assortment of buffs instead. I believe it's 5 to 10 random buffs it'll give you if you drink it. I'd love to use one now to show you, but I would rather not, as they're kind of rare. I'd like to keep those for boss fights or anything else. We got the zoologist to move in there. She's pretty useless early game until we get some other things, and then she will be very helpful. Let's just put these ores that we got from the chest away. From the chest, from the crates, that's what they are. Swiftness potions, I'll keep those. Golden bunny, I'm not sure if I want to sell that because it is quite valuable. I think I'll just put it in, I'll stick it in the piggy bank actually, come here. And we'll hold on to it. We'll probably get enough money eventually, so we'll just hold on to that. Another thing you'll notice, I'm just going to go over the other aspects of For the Worthy as we run into them, is these exploding bunnies. Now, In the normal world, you just get bunnies, and I think there's a chance that they'll spawn as an exploding bunny. But in For the Worthy, every bunny is an explosive bunny. It doesn't matter if you bring a bunny over from another world and place it, it will turn into an exploding bunny, and it doesn't matter if it's a random spawn, it will also be an exploding bunny, even from a bunny statue. All explosive, and that is both dangerous and helpful, because if you're just running along, like using your spear or swinging a sword or whatever, you're probably gonna kill yourself. What else should I mention? Oh yes, pots underground, which are very helpful early game, have a chance of dropping a lit bomb now in For the Worthy, instead of dropping the regular bomb item, which can kill you if you're not paying attention. I have not died to that on this world yet, but I have died to it while playing on this seed. Well, I may have just screwed myself there. Might be fine. Now, on Master Mode, the enemies do a increased amount of damage and have a very increased amount of health. But on For the Worthy, that is increased even more. So, the slimes will be referred to as gelatinous monstrosities, as even screwing up near a green slime can get me killed. And I have been killed by slimes. Some of the deaths in that chest up there are from slimes. Actually, I'm going to use a healing potion here, because I have a hard time maneuvering in caves. And there's quite a few slimes down here, so I'd like to not get one shot. Oh, there's a worm around here, and that is bad news. I would love to get something that can hit through walls so we can deal with that much easier. I don't know where he is, because I can't see him. It sounds like he might be down near the bottom. Yeah, there he is. Oh, that's a problem. There's super bad news. Alright, we're just gonna camp up on this platform for a sec, so we can hopefully kill him. Come on. Alright, well, that would be the poison dart trap that gave us that achievement there. There's two of them, there's one on the right and one there, and I totally forgot because I didn't want to do any more caving off camera. But that's okay. So I guess that I should look in this chest here. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this is supposed to be a singular one for 10. And that there just marks 11. So we have 11 deaths total now. What we're looking for when we're in the caves down there is I'd like to find some trinkets. I'd like to find the speed boots and maybe a double jump. I'm just coming up here to check because I don't actually remember if she sells anything. Yeah, squirrel hook, cat license, tail. So yeah, just a bunch of like cosmetic items for, you know, if you're a furry, which I am not. We're not even going to talk about that. And fantastic. I know what I'm doing, I swear. I've played this game before, trust me. Don't trust the gameplay, just trust my words. Because I definitely know what I'm doing. So, yeah. I'm just going to cut real quick and bring you guys back from where we died to that dark trap. Okay, so we're back. Now, I'm going to take care to not step on that pressure plate this time. I'm not even sure where it is. I think that's it right there. And we're going to try to not get immediately murked by this red slime here. Hopefully. I don't know what he's got inside of him there, but could be platinum, silver, gold. I actually don't know what we have on this world. It's copper. Of course it is. Oh, there's one of those lit bombs I was telling you about. Quite dangerous, but only if you're not really paying attention. Alright, let's just grab this. It could be useful later. And I think that's the pressure plate right there. Yeah, okay. Now we're good. And we're going to pick that up. Hopefully it doesn't spawn a ghost. Because if it does, that could be a problem. Alright. We've got a large pile of silver, I believe, there. I'm just gonna swing up here and grab that third trap and the silver. Yeah, that's silver down there, because it's the same as what we just mined. We're gonna ignore that over there, because I think that's tin? Not sure, I don't really recognize that. It's been a while since I've played a lot of Terraria. I do have a generous amount of hours in this game, but I just tested a few hours on a For the Worthy Master Mode, just so that I could get a feel for it. And I originally was planning on doing a medium core character, and I tried that, and I wanted to cease existence because it was just so brutal. I lost my items in lava, I died in places where there's so many enemies that picked up my coins so they didn't despawn, and then I couldn't get my stuff back. And I lost so much platinum gear doing that. It was excruciating. Now if you notice over there you can see some pillars, and that is because there is a house up there, which will hopefully have a chest, which will hopefully have something useful. If not, we can always just sell it for gold, because I don't really have that much money. I think there was like 30 or something gold in the piggy bank, and that would be from selling the stained glass. Now I do want to keep those other gems so that we can make gem trees, because that is a cool new feature in 1.4 or 1.14, I don't remember, but in a new update. Anyways, you can craft gems with acorns to create gemcorns, and then they will grow if placed in the underground cavern layer into gem trees, which is a fun way to grow gems. All you need is one of each gem, and then you can grow your own gems. It's quite cool, and they do look really nice. Something I should note is that we will be attempting to build underground in this series, because I've never done it before. I did build in a hill on a single player before, and it was fun, but I never finished that world. Because I just got interrupted halfway through with life and all of that fun stuff. Just making more torches here so we can turn our arrows into flaming arrows, because they are much better than regular arrows. And we can use all of the ranged help we can get. Now, speaking of range, if you did not know or were unaware, Terraria has different classes. Now, one of those classes is, of course, Ranger, and there is a subclass of Ranger, which is the Gunslinger. And then there is also Melee. I don't know if it has a proper term, but there is a Melee class, a Mage class, and then my favorite class is, of course, the Summoner. Now, why would I say that I like Summoner? Because Summoner, in some people's eyes, is kind of bad, because the summons do not do a whole lot of damage, and it requires a lot of skill in dodging, which, if you've been paying attention to my gameplay, I'm not super skilled at dodging. But I just love Summoner because it is unique compared to the other classes, and it's always fun to just collect a bunch of summons and have them fight for you. There we go, we just got an achievement there for looting a chest, and we got a mace. Now, in my test, I did get a mace, and it was amazing. I was able to, like, grapple to a ceiling and drop the mace below me and just murder everything, because the slimes are not smart enough to avoid it, so they'll just jump right onto the mace and kill themselves for you. It is super handy, and I'm glad that we got one. Still kind of sad we didn't get a double jump or the Hermes boots, as I just remember the name there. I did see some ore down over here. I think that might be platinum? I'm not sure. Oh, I just... Ooh. Yeah, that was scary. So with the mace, you can drop it, and then it'll just sit on the ground there. And if there's not water, you can do something like that. And they will just hop onto it, and basically just end themselves for you. And you can just do this, and you don't use up ammo, but I am going to use my bow for these guys, because I it'll be much quicker. And once we get back up top, at a crafting bench, we can turn that into a flaming mace with some torches. And I don't know if it increases its damage too much, but it does give it fire damage, which is super nice. Just more silver. That's okay. Silver is good too. It's better than the lead we are using currently. I don't know if I said when I was explaining the classes, but I would like to play Summoner. If that does not go well and we're unable to because of the difficulty, then I'd like to try Mage, because I've played Melee and I have also played Ranger in the past. But I don't know if I've ever tried Mage. Alright, there's not much stuff down here. There's a jellyfish down there. I'm gonna grab this just because we need it for potions eventually. More silver, it looks like. I cannot tell. I swear I'm not colorblind. Yeah, it's just silver. We're just gonna spin this around to finish off this red slime here. Grab the silver, and then we'll probably head down there. I see some more topaz that we can turn into stained glass for money. Looks like more silver over there. Jellyfish down there. If you're noticing a lot of lava and are curious as to why it is this high up, that is another thing that happens on a For the Worthy seed. It can replace any water pool in the world with lava. And now, that's not just underground. If you saw on the far left of the map, when I was showing off the living wood trees, there was a big lava lake. And we're gonna try and dodge this worm and do it successfully. Ooh, that was very nice. I totally did that on purpose. Totally. We're gonna try and get that topaz down there. We're gonna break through here. Pots, bomb. Very fun. I should have grabbed some bombs or grenades or something from the demolitionist before coming down here, because grenades are extremely helpful. They do a very large amount of damage. I'm just going to trash those because we don't really need them. Pressure plate, we can get more of those easily. Dirt, easy. I should have put the bass away. I got 102 while I was doing that little fishing session that you saw at the start there. Living wood wand. I didn't really have enough lead to make a chest to put weapons and tools and stuff in yet. I'm going to keep this for when we start building houses. And that's just a little bit of inventory management that needs to be done. I'm not going to break that because I fell into the lava anyways. And directly on top of blue slime, which immediately killed itself. What a chain of events. Holy crap. Yikes. So while we're up here, we might as well put our grave in here. And just stack everything to these chests. I did not have amethyst before, so that's nice. I'm going to place down this chest here and name this tools and weapons. Now this is definitely not going to be our permanent storage system. This is just our crappy little starter area, and we'll move underground somewhere once we get situated. Probably before we kill a boss or anything, because that is going to be a task. I think we're going to put this in furniture. Tools and weapons in here. He can't get up to us because he's not smart enough to jump the way that I do. I'm going to throw... Oh, jeez. I'm going to throw the potions that we're not using in here along with gold. Master mode. When you die, you lose all of the coins on you. In expert mode, it's 75%, and normal mode is half. I I did do a little bit of research before I started this, but I'm really forgetful, I'm going to be honest, so some details just escape me. Even though I've looked at it before, it might just escape my thoughts. Now, I might be missing a few torches, and that's why I can't craft the fire mace. So we'll just craft 100 there. I think it was only torches. Yeah, there we go. The flaming mace, 19 melee damage, 19 melee damage. So all it does is add fire damage to it, which is still very useful. We're kind of stuck in here. I'm very afraid of the zombies because of the amount of damage they're able to inflict. And look at that, we got another shackle there. Shackle just adds 1 defense, and our jagged one adds 1% damage, but we're going to favor the hard one for the tiny bit of extra defense. And then we're just going to come up here and sell the other one to the merchant. Now, another thing in the new update is that they will give you better prices and buy things for more if they're happy. Now, every villager has a biome they enjoy being in, and they also have other villagers they enjoy being around. So if you here, let's just take a look at his happiness here. He likes the scenery in the forest. A good view attracts customers. So he likes being in the forest, and as such, he will give us better prices. Now, if we take a look at the demolitionist, he says, I dislike the number of people here for safety reasons, of course. So he's not very happy. So if you look at his prices on the dynamite and everything, it is slightly more expensive. And I totally did not see that eye just come running in here. I was too busy looking at the demolitionist. I'm just going to get rid of this guy. Hopefully nobody jumps off the edge there. Alright, now if we take a look at the guide, quite fond of wandering through the forest. Like a lot here, I'm quite fond of the zoologist. We have a lot in common. So he has both of the things ticked. He likes being in the forest, and he enjoys the zoologist's company. Now, if we take a look at the zoologist, she gets a little anxious around a lot of people. I don't want that, but she likes being in the forest. So, there's that. Ooh, we got a lens there. I turned my first 2 lenses into goggles because we're not going to be fighting the eye for quite some time. At least I don't plan to. Just because, as I stated before, it's obscenely difficult, and I would rather not die and waste resources trying to fight it, because that's definitely what's going to happen if I try to fight it anytime soon. On a normal world, you'd probably want to fight the eye quite early on so you can get access to a large quantity of demonite or crimtane ore, depending on which world you're playing on. We're playing on corruption just because I prefer the corruption to the crimson. Couldn't tell you why. I kind of prefer the Eater of Worlds fight to the Brain of Cthulhu fight. I don't find either one easier. I just find the brain kind of annoying. And that's why we are going to be playing on here. That does mean we are going to lose out on Ichor arrows, I believe. I'm not sure if anything from the corruption drops those. But, yeah. Am I forgetting anything? I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Forgetting to mention anything. I know that when I was looking over what I all said in the previous recording that did not have any video, I had managed to forget quite a few things, actually. So, I'm hoping that I remembered them here. Not super sure. Oh, one thing I did state is that I never really, in my intro video, I kind of said it when I was signing off. It has been Ragnarok or something like that. That's just what I like people to call me, just because I don't want to have my real name up there, because if I ever quit YouTube in the future, I don't want people to be like, hey, it's that guy, and we died again in the exact same place. So, fantastic. I'll just run down there really quick and grab those grapes, and then I think I want to do a little bit more exploring before we end off the video. But, yeah. Okay, we're back. So, when I was gone, I checked the time of the video, and we've actually only been recording for about half an hour. So I could probably go for a little bit more caving before I leave, or end the video, I guess. Which is nice, because we still need a lot of stuff. We have so much stuff to do. Alright, I'm gonna have to remove both of these guys from existence. Just really quickly here. Not sure why that jellyfish is not getting hit by the arrows. There we go. Just bugged out or something, I don't know. So he dropped some nice glow sticks, and we got the Heartbreaker achievement. That is, believe it or not, in the almost 3 hours I've been playing on this world, I have not found a heart crystal yet. So only one of the graves spawned here, so we'll have to put, remember to put another piece of glass in the chest to mark a death. In the future, I'll find something more creative to mark deaths other than the glass blocks, but for now, it's just going to be glass blocks. Because we don't really have a lot of resources to play with. Yeah, and that's just something simple. I hope this is an underground desert. It might be. Then we have to deal with ant lions and other scary things. So hopefully this is just a coincidence. Yeah, no, this definitely shouldn't be underground desert yet. We're just gonna go this way. Oh, I might have died again. Oh, yikes. That was very close. I'm just realizing now that I don't think I ever finished my thought about calling me Ragnarok. I've just always called myself that on games just because I like Norse mythology and such, and it's not really a name, but I thought it sounded cool when I was younger, so that's what we're going with. If you want to refer to me in a comment or something, or anything else, you can just call me Rag or Ragnarok. That's what my friends call me on games, so yeah. I think that's just the worm doing its thing over there. That kind of scared me a little bit. Yeah, it's just the worm going in the water. That startled me a little bit. Well, I totally forgot that sand had gravity. Well, no, I did forget. I was gonna say, well, I just didn't see it, but I saw it. I just totally forgot that it would fall on my head. Sand could easily kill us here, so I want to be extra careful around it. Actually, I think I missed that last piece. Yoink. Got some more lead here. I think these are gems. Yes, amethysts. Give me more sand. Scary. Oh, and another worm. Just saw him jump up. Oh, excuse me. I don't know if you could hear that, but it's kind of gross. My apologies. Alright, bring it on. There we go. Super good for worms. This seems like it ends off here. We're just gonna grab this, and then I don't know where we should go from here, actually. Well, we could go over here if you see on the map there. It does look like there's more underneath here. So, as a summoner, an important set for us to get, set of armor that is the bee armor, as I'm pretty sure, I keep saying pretty sure, and I'm not sure, it's just because I've got a lot of stuff to think about, and I'm not super used to, like, trying to talk about a game and, you know, doing all that stuff at the same time, so sorry if I sound, like, unprofessional or whatever, but I kinda, as the title implies, am not super sure about what I'm doing currently. But we need the bee armor as a summoner because I believe it is the only summoner pre-hard mode armor. Now, if you're kind of new to Terraria, this whole video might not make a lot of sense because I haven't really been explaining things from like a newbie's perspective, which I apologize for, but Terraria is a pretty old game, and I assume a lot of the people watching have already played it or seen other people play it, so I'm sorry for that. But anyways, back to the armor. The only pre-hard mode summoner armor, and then as soon as we hit hard mode, we want to go for the tarantula armor. And as a summoner, as opposed to getting like damage buffs and speed buffs like melee or like mana decrease, as a summoner you get more summons for armor, and I believe your summons get like a little bit of a buff from the armor, but it's not much. And you have to be really good at dodging to fight some of the bosses as a summoner. There's a lot of weird noises happening down there. I wish I could tell you what that sound was. Oh, that's bad. Bats are bad news. Oh, I'm glad I was able to kill that quickly. From my tests, most of my deaths were from bats, as they're just unpredictable, and they do a lot of damage. And we are currently, if I eat this, at 120 health, which is not super great. Oh, jeez. Okay, we're down. Just doing this for a little bit of light. This may not seem like it's that much, but it does emit light. There's a black slime there, and we're going to yeet away from him because, oh, we're going to attempt to anyways, because that is scary. 71 damage. That is an obscene amount of damage for a slime. And I gotta remember to use my healing. I keep forgetting to do that. Oh, there's a mother slime here too. This is not good. I'm probably gonna die here. Yeah, as I thought. Yikes, we almost had a full gold on us there. Alright, so I'm gonna run down and grab that obelisk there. That is our gravestone. And then I'm gonna head back up here with some of my recall potions, and then we can go through what we got and see if we can do a little bit of exploring. Okay, so we have made it back. I died again, attempting to retrieve my stuff. Again, the glass keeps auto-stacking to in there. Yeah, I died again trying to retrieve the obelisk, so we're now up to 6, 12, 14, 16, 18 deaths. 18 deaths in total. That's not too bad, but it's not really great for an episode 1.5. So hopefully we will be able to stop doing that, because that makes me look like a noob, which I very much am not. But if I keep dying, people are going to think I very much am. Okay, so ores and bars. So we grabbed a lot of silver and a decent amount of lead. I'll be able to place that one chest there and finish off that area. Alright, let's just craft up all these silver bars. Level 50, we can get a helmet with that. Replace that. Bring our defense up to 9 from the previous 7, I think. And I would like to keep these gypsy robes, but I will abandon them if we need to. I'm going to keep the armor we have now and just make a pickaxe, because this lead one is heavy, so it decreases the speed, which is super annoying. And we're going to grab a silver axe because I'm still rocking the copper one. Let's craft up this lead as well here. Oh, a cooking pot. I wanted to make one of these so that we could cook up some of the fish and stuff we have into food, so that we can maybe stop dying as much. I'm not sure if it gives defense, but it does say a minor improvement to all stats. Or maybe it's medium, I'm not sure. I did grab I don't know where they ended up. They might have ended up in my pee bag. It was raining when I was doing stuff earlier. Yes, I did. Here they are. I had to grab a whole bunch of fish and mushrooms so that I could craft this bowl of soup here. Have 29 of that. Medium improvement to all stats. We're just going to drink one of those real quick. I know it increases regen. It might increase movement speed. Not super sure. So if you see here, we got the nurse while we were down there because we grabbed that heart crystal. So she moved into my house. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Anyways, we'll check her happiness here. She dislikes the lack of social distancing, and she really doesn't like Bindi. So she is probably gonna heal us for more than she normally would, because she's not very happy. I'm not sure what the lack of social distancing thing is. It might be because we're in the forest. I'm not sure. Anything else we need to craft? Not really. We'll put the fish, some yellow fish we have back in here. We don't really have any gold to stack because we keep losing it all by dying. I'm grabbing these fallen stars so I can craft them into enchanted night crawlers with the worms I have, just so we can get some fishing done. I would like to find the jungle before we end it off here, so that we can get lardfish, I believe they're called. Something lardfish, because they craft crate potions, which will increase our chances to find crates in our little fishing pond here. I really don't want to move out at night just because the mobs are ridiculous. Mobs, monsters, whatever, what have you. I'm going to grab some grenades from the demolitionist. And now I feel a tiny bit safer trying to move out at night. So I think that's all I'm going to record for Terraria today. Hopefully, like I said, I'll be able to edit it and get it up before the end of the day here. But things I want to do off camera is probably do a little bit more fishing. I want to, I want to go, map button, not the Windows button. I want to go mine out the dungeon there and see if I can get a water bolt. And mine this out and see if we can find the old man there. Just do more fishing, get more crates. I'll probably open them off camera instead of waiting. I probably won't do any more caving because I like to show that on camera. I won't go too far to the right, and I might build something to wait through the night, like a little lava trap to kill zombies and eyes. So, besides that, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did not enjoy it, and you enjoyed it so little that you feel compelled to write a comment, let me know what I could have done better, besides, you know, actually remembering to record the screen. But anyways, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and bye-bye for now. Hey there, I'm just jumping in at the end of the video here to say that I cut out the adventuring portion of the video just because the video was like over an hour long, which is ridiculous. I need to learn to budget my time better, but all we really found was the snow biome and this really weird dungeon formation, which we can talk about more in the next episode. So I also noticed when I was editing that there's some issues with the sound being way louder than my voice. I've since turned that down. Hopefully it's not too big of an annoyance, but hopefully that won't be a thing next episode. So sorry about that. I'm still like to blame that on the fact that I barely know what I'm doing with this whole YouTube thing. But anyways, sorry. So have a good rest of your day.